Whenever Soichiro Saito wants to check on his home, he has to wear this to guard against radiation. Saito only comes a few times a year to the house his family has owned since before World War II. Each visit more difficult than the last. Each room devastated. Poison does little to keep the rats away. It's painful, he says. My wife doesn't want to come here. The house is getting more dilapidated. This room pretty much hasn't been touched since the earthquake. You can see the calendar, March 2011. There's still laundry hanging that was done right before the earthquake hit. The shaking lasted 6 minutes. Tsunami waves soon after. Icy cold, consuming coastal towns. 5 years ago, on March 11th, 2011, almost 20,000 people died. Many, spared by nature, would soon face a man-made disaster. Saito's house is 3 kilometers, less than 2 miles from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. His town, Futaba, sits empty. More than 6,000 people once lived and worked here. Today, they're allowed in for just 5 hours at a time. Nearly 100,000 Fukushima residents are still evacuated. Nearly 19,000 still living in what was supposed to be temporary housing. Some choose to stay. Others have nowhere else to go. Setsuko Matsumoto used to live within walking distance of her children. Now, they barely see each other. I had a happy life, she says. The disaster made a lot of families fall apart, including mine. Saito also lived with his parents, children, and grandchildren. Now, they're scattered in several cities. What did you grow in here? The soil on his farm, contaminated. I'm sad, he says. I'm empty. A feeling shared by so many here, 5 years later. Will Ripley, CNN, Futaba, Japan.